Scott, a disappointing night. What did you make of that?
Disappointing. I thought the first 30 minutes we controlled the game without actually hurting them. We go 1-0 down, and then our mentality shifts a little bit to feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit, and then we waste the kind of back end of the first half feeling sorry for ourselves. And then second half was a bit kind of chasing it. I thought we had a real go after they scored the second. Looked like we come alive all of a sudden, but it's too little too late. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Almost seemed like that to some extent in both halves, because even at the end of the first half, in the final minute, you played a nice little passage of play outside the penalty area, a couple of nice 1-2s. Did it just take you too long in both halves to sort of grow into the game?
I felt that we controlled the first half in the first half hour without hurting them. We didn't really hurt them. I don't really see us kind of peppering their box, but we did control the game. But then they score off a second phase of a free kick, and then we waste the last 10 minutes of that half. Just completely wasted it because we've got to have more character. Yeah, you know, you do go 1-0 down in games. We've got to be braver and step forward, and then keep playing and keep doing what we do, but do it better, create more. And second half, like I say, we waited until they scored the second before we actually showed up again. So yeah, I think it's just a product of the fact that the results are so poor at the moment. As soon as the opposition score, we seem to almost jump on the bus at that point there and go home.
I know you're disappointed with some of the goals you conceded at Walsall on Saturday. Is it similar again tonight to set pieces?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've changed the way we defend set pieces because the players, didn't feel right with what we were doing, so we change it. And then we concede again. So what we're going to do next week, I think it's about being accountable out there. It's about being men, being brave, puffing your chest out and stepping forward and working hard and playing hard for the club, for the badge, for the fans. A lot of fans travelled a long way tonight, and we've let them down. But it's my job to make sure that I'll pull this round, and I will. I don't think I can work any harder than I'm working at the moment. I think it's impossible. But I feel that we can on the pitch. I think we can do more. So yeah, it's just back down the road and start again.
On a positive note to finish, a debut goal just a couple of minutes into his debut for Tommy O'Reilly, a really good turn and finish.
Yeah, at least he shot, didn't he? He had a shot. So yeah, no, he was quite bright, wasn't he? He looked like he had some nice touches, and he's a good footballer, which is why we've obviously signed him. Thank you.
Do you feel a bit like a broken record when you're talking to the players and saying, it's those second balls again, it's those set pieces and half clearances, and it feels like it's a similar story for you?
Yeah, I think the mentality of the group needs to improve for sure. And the way that we attack each game has to improve. So yeah, I won't stand for it. It's a transitional period at the moment. The squad's kind of been a little bit reshuffled at the moment, so we're seeing new faces come in, we're seeing old faces go out. We'll potentially see some more come in. And it is a transitional period, but we're not quite right yet. But we will be, because I'll make sure.
You mentioned a couple of days ago that you would potentially wield the axe on some players. I mean, you changed the goalkeeper tonight. No position out there is sacred. No one's guaranteed a spot in your side at the moment.
Well, no one's guaranteed a spot if they're not prepared to run hard and chase and press and tackle and head and pass and do all the fundamentals that a footballer should do. So yeah, no one. Listen, I've got to pick an 11, obviously. But I need to have the mentality to win a game of football, and we can't play that first 30 minutes the way we did and not kind of come away with something from the game. We just and it takes a goal against us in order for us to then look like something different, and we just looked nothing like us in that last 15 minutes of the first half. And then I didn't think we looked anything like us pretty much until they scored their second. Then it looked like we were going to have a go then. It's like, wow, where did this come from? I didn't do this at the start, you know. So we just got we got to have a shift in mentality. We've got to have a shift in the way we are. You know, it looks like we just feel sorry for ourselves when we go behind, and we can't afford to do that. You know, I think I'm using so much energy on the sideline when we go 1-0 down just to keep them upbeat, and you know. But we'll get there, because I'll make sure we do. You know, I've never turned my back on a job yet, and I never will, and I'll keep working hard until we turn it around, and we will turn it around, I promise.
And I mean, a game like Saturday coming up, if that can't motivate the players, then I suppose nothing will.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, all this Wimbledon stuff is just a load of rubbish for me. I know it means a lot to the club and the fans and all that, but every game's important. This game's just as important as what Saturday is, and the next game after that's just as important. Every game matters. Every game matters. And I know it means a lot to the fans, and that every game means everything to me. We want to win every single game, and we need to put maximum effort in every single week. And at the moment, we're not quite seeing it. And I need to see more. I need to see more from the players.